Hi, I'm Tami DeVine. Some of you might remember me as Tami Kimball. I was one of 5 Kimball kids at ACS in the 80s and 90s. There was Kim, Karen, Mike Paul, and me, Tami. I graduated in 1992 and went on to Concordia, Chicago. I'm really grateful to Missy Edwards Henning for inviting me to be a part of this video. I'm also really grateful to ACS. So many people there made such a lasting impression on me. Miss Bennett, I think she's now Mrs. Tognarelli. I hope I got that right. She was my music teacher, and she instilled a love for singing and music in me that's still with me to this day. I'll never forget, every morning we'd go into her class and she'd be like, "Good morning, everybody." And we'd be like, "Good morning, Miss Bennett." I'll never forget that. That was so much fun. She gave me an opportunity. I was a horrible singer, by the way, when I first went to ACS, but she kind of nurtured our voices and helped us find the right pitch and tone and keys and all of that. And she gave me an opportunity to be in a talent show one time, and I got to sing a solo, and it was just wonderful, and I've always carried that memory with me. Another thing about Aurora Christian School that's made a deep impression on me was that we were required to memorize scripture. And you know, I didn't appreciate it so much back then, I don't think, but it really has helped me in my life over the years to have scripture verses buried in my heart that I can recall in times that I need it, and also to be able to help others using scripture that I've been able to memorize. So I'm so grateful for those things that, that the school provided for me. So much has happened since I graduated in '92. Went into television after college. A professor at Concordia, Chicago helped me get internships at the CBS and the Fox in Chicago. Then I worked behind the scenes at ABC7 and then got my first big break on camera as a TV news reporter at a CBS affiliate at WYMT, We're Your Mountain Television in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains in eastern Kentucky. It was a wonderful experience. After a year there, I went into Lexington to the NBC affiliate WLEX and reported there, filled in as anchor, was a talk show host, and all kinds of stuff. Wonderful experience. After that, I felt the Lord calling me. After about 6 years in Kentucky, I felt the Lord calling me to Southern California, yes. And He used music to do so, my love of music that Miss Bennett nurtured all those years ago. But once I got to Southern California, He closed the door on music and reopened it into television. I met my future would-be husband in Southern California, and his name is Chevelle DeVine. Yes, he's got the coolest name on the planet, I know. He always wanted to do local TV news. I had that background, so I said, let's create a local TV news show. So we did, Crown City News. It turned into this amazing training ground where we've been able to help train people in television. My husband would provide all his knowledge in tech. I would provide all my knowledge in broadcast journalism, and that has helped launch people into their dream careers. So there are people all over the country right now that we trained at Crown City News that give us credit for helping them land in their dream television careers. And so that has been such a blessing to be able to help people in that way. We've also worked internationally. We were asked to move to Mongolia and train a staff of 40 at the largest broadcast commercial television station in the country of Mongolia. I restructured the news division of that TV station, and all the other TV stations that I was training my staff of 40 how to do TV news, all the other TV stations, there's a lot of them in that little country, copied everything that we did, and we really changed the way they do TV news in that country. When we came back, we expanded Crown City News into a 1-hour TV morning talk show. And through it all, we've been training people how to do TV news, what I feel is the right way. I really believe that TV news in this day and age has often lost its objectivity, and that's something I would like to help restore. And so people that come through here I really emphasize being objective and telling all sides of a story when they come through here. We train all kinds of people from many different backgrounds and all walks of life, people who maybe lost a job and wanted to try something new, broadcast journalism students who want to get a little experience under their belt before they move on to a network or a network affiliate. And also now we're training really little kids. And one of those kids is my 8-year-old son, Bo. He's 8 now. And now he has a little brother, Benjamin, who's 2, who may be going into the family business. You never know. And so we've really had so many adventures. God has been so good to us. And part of why I love my life and I'm so grateful for all that God has provided is based on my life story. I was born on the floor of a mud hut in Sierra Leone, West Africa. It was just my mother and I. My father had abandoned us. My mother had had 4 other children besides me. They all died. I was her only surviving child. She had elephantiasis, but she was still one of the most hardworking people I've ever known. She would walk with me every Sunday to the neighboring village where the missionaries went to church, and we ended up falling in love with the missionaries. They fell in love with us. Then my mother died when I was 6 years old, and after she died, the Kimballs adopted me. They had 4 children of their own, as you know, and I was able to grow up with siblings. They brought me back to the United States with them, and because of what they did for me in adopting me, in loving me as their own, treating me as their own, I have been able to enjoy so much of life, and I've been able to have so many adventures that I never could have dreamed of as a little girl in a mud hut in Sierra Leone, West Africa. So I'm really grateful to the Kimballs for all that they did for me, and I'm also grateful that they put us kids at Aurora Christian School. So many people there, from Miss Bennett to Mrs. Abate, Mr. Boniface, Mr. Davidson, Mr. House, Mr. House's daughter, Miss House. So many people gave their all to teach us. They inspired us. They've inspired me, made such a lasting impression on me. There are so many lessons from ACS that I still carry with me to this day. And I just want to say thank you to all those people that helped me be who I am today.